Hey, it's Acoustic Paint. I'm Kathleen, and today I'm going to be unboxing some ballet stuff and also sewing my point shoes. We're just gonna start off with my block flats. Let's see. These are Performa ballet shoes, and these are 6.5C. So usually we're at 8.5, but they're European shoes as well. They're European shoes, so I went two sizes lower. And yeah, and C is just the width. Anyway, let's open them up. They come like this in just a little plastic bag, and I got these on Amazon, by the way. Okay, so let me just show you my old shoes real fast before we get into that. I just brought one pair over here. They're torn up. These this isn't any brand. This is just some shoe I found on Amazon and I'd been wearing for a while. This is, by the way, not blood. This is lipstick from Performances. Here are the new ones. They are so much nicer. First thing that I noticed was how soft the material was on these shoes, because my last shoes right here, my last flats, they were just really thick and the material is like really just like rough and tough, which I guess that kind of rhymes, which I guess is a good thing, but it felt like I had a lot of extra fabric that it didn't need. So yeah, that's a really nice thing about this. And also the sole part of it, the split sole or whatever, it's like super comfortable. I haven't danced in them yet, obviously. I just took them out of the box. And these are my first time getting them, but they are so comfortable. And look, this is even a little bit stretchy, which is awesome. So highly recommend these. Oh, by the way, before I get into the point shoes, like I said, my foot size is at 8.5, and I have like a kind of medium to wide foot with like tapered toes. And I think it's like called like a Greek or like a Egyptian foot or something, like where my toes like are kind of like I don't really know how to describe it, but yeah, I just thought I would give you some like little, I don't know, foot measurements in case you wanted to get some of these for your own if you have similar feet to me. Okay, so next, my point shoes. I have only ever worn Capezio Contemporas. That's what these are. I really want to try Russian points, but I don't really have any fitters here. I had my studio fit me, but they only carried Capezios. So anyway, so open this up. Here it is. I noticed from the last time I bought these, right away, like the packaging is different. Like the logo isn't usually like this, and it didn't come with this box. And I'll tell you some more differences because I have my old point shoes over here as well. So these are Contemporas, again, another European shoe. I wear a 7C. So yeah, the packaging is a lot different. Like I feel like it's a lot newer since the last time I bought shoes, which was only a few months ago, which is weird. Also, I noticed that the shoe's a little different. I think they just kind of changed the logo design on it because, let me get my old point shoe on the Capezio website. This is from Amazon. But yeah, so the logo is like this. You know, has their brand, whatever, and the size. And then the old one is like this, which I think is pretty interesting. So I have already started the process of kind of breaking these in. I like stepped on the heel, that's how I break mine in. And then I like bend this part back and forth and just kind of mold the heel. And then once I get the ribbons and elastic sewed on, I'm going to, usually I do hops and demi-point. I wanted to sew them in this video as well, just like a quick little like how I sew them, and then I'll speed you through the video, or at least through the process. So because like this is gonna take me a little while. I'm going like this, by the way, because it feels funny because the ridges, these have cotton drawstrings and not elastic. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So I sew with dental floss. This is kind of sticky. Usually it's not like this. So I like pulled it out of the little container. This is the mint kind, you know, it's like coated with the mint wax or whatever. And so I always like rinse it under water and try to take that off the best I can. I need to buy the unwaxed kind. So that's what I recommend, but if not, I just kind of like run it into the water and then wash it off and dry it. Needles I use are Sewology, and it says whatever These are the needles. They're just kind of thicker. I think they're more embroidery. Yeah, embroidery needles. So that's what I use to get through the layers of the shoe. So let me just, that's not safe. I'm gonna move this needle so I don't actually lose it. That would be bad. So I reuse my ribbons and stuff, so I'm gonna cut these off. So this is, I don't know what, I got this elastic from a friend. I just was at Elastic and they had extra, so I used it. Well, you know, with their permission. And so I just cut that off of my old shoes. So these are block stretch ribbon. Turns out I have a lot more block stuff than I thought I did. I love stretch ribbon. That was like the best change I could have ever possibly made. Okay, before I cut this out on the other side, I'm gonna leave it here for a reference for my shoes. This is all over the place, but if you're a dancer, you're gonna understand all of it, hopefully. Hopefully. I'm gonna start with the elastic. So when I said the elastics, I put it right on the heel, maybe is that like a centimeter apart from this like little seam line. And I always sew under this little drawstring. So let's just do that real quick. Just gotta be careful not to go through that drawstring. And you'll notice if you do, because it's gonna be a lot harder to work with. Okay, now I'm just gonna cut that right off. So if you need a little recap of that, basically I put it on here. I'm about 1 centimeter-ish, didn't measure, about 1 centimeter away from that big seam line. And then I just went back and forth, back and forth. I didn't go around, and I also didn't go through this part. So don't go through the drawstring part. And then I sewed all the way, and then I went back and forth, and then I went through the shoe, back through the elastic, created a little loop, went through that, and just did a few little knots like that, tied it, cut it off, and then that's how I got this. So that's a little recap if I didn't cover all that. And then just double check. I never want to make this mistake, but make sure you're like sewing it. I guess either way would, no, that'd be weird. Make sure you're sewing it the right way, which is, you know, so your ankle can go through it. Because if it's like this, it's just weird. Just make sure you're sewing it the right way. Okay, so I'm back. I finished sewing the elastics on my point shoes. I did both pairs. I went ahead and just did both, and I'm going to do the same for the ribbons, but of course I'm going to show you guys how I do that. So you can see I actually ended up getting a little lighter. I just went ahead and have like singed off the ends a little bit. I like held the satin back and just whoop, whoop. And just in case, because I don't want to have my work go down the drain like I was saying earlier. So those are both on. So, the ribbons. Here's my old pair of point shoes to demonstrate. You take the heel, kind of pull it inside, and where this edge is where you put the ribbon and sew. And again, this is going to make it look like, I mean, you're going to be able to see it on the outside like you can do with these shoes. If you want to just sew through the little cotton lining, you can do that. I just find that it really ends up pulling away because the cotton lining or cotton interior, or whatever you want to say, is nowhere near as strong as the little, like the satin on the outside. So I just sew through because it doesn't even matter in the long run. Okay, so I'm just about done here. I've kind of gone all around the shoe once more, and just getting some areas I think might benefit from a few extra stitches. There we go, and that is how I attach my ribbons. See, it's really strong because I used dental floss. That's my secret. Okay, so I finally finished sewing my point shoes. It didn't actually end up taking me that long. I think maybe it took an hour, I'm guessing. I didn't really look at the time, but that's what I'm guessing. So I finished sewing them. As you can see, I just did, again, the kind of box method, I guess is what I'm calling, I don't know, for all of these. And